Good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel, and I just want to start off with a big apology for a total lack of content over these last few months. I've just been busy. I've been busy with stuff, sorting my house and my garden and loads of other stuff. I have done some car stuff, but I've just not had time. I've just simply not had the time, or I have had the time, but I've been spending it doing other stuff. So anyway, I had done a video a couple of weeks ago, which I was going to upload, but I ended up not uploading it. And the video was basically me moving the cars around in my front garden. So what I've done is I've dug out the Vectra, which was under my conifer. I've brought that out. I've temporarily put the Manta under my conifer where the Vectra was. I've put the twin top where the Manta was, and the Vectra is currently where the Astra was. Now, the reason I did that is because I've come to the conscious decision to sell the Vectra. So I even had a guy, he was travelling from Derby to come and see the Vectra with the intention of making me offer on it and hopefully buying it. He'd already got one, and it was his son who wanted one as a project. So he was bringing his son up after work this one particular evening. The problem was, after I got the Vectra out, uncovered, I give it a wash off, give it a bit of a clean. My other half, Becky, looked at it and she goes, "That's too nice to sell, that, Rich. That is right nice." Because she'd never seen it. She'd never seen it uncovered. I'm like, I know. I was looking around it, I was thinking, you know what? Out of all the projects that I've got, this one needs the least amount of work. You know, it needs a little bit of welding on the back end of both sills. A few other little bits and bobs, but nothing major that I can't tackle quite easily. And I was looking at it and I was thinking to myself, that is a good looking car. And it sounds amazing, you know. Put a little bit of fuel in it, it started straight up, no problem at all. I thought to myself, I love this car. I really want to get it back on road. I just don't know what to do. So my other half, she says to me, "Don't sell it, Rich. Don't sell it." You know, and the thing is, like, I really regret selling my Calibra. I had a Calibra which I'd owned since 2004. I sold it, I don't know, about 3 or 4 years ago now. So I'd had it a good length of time. I'd had it, you know, about 16, 17 years or something when I came to sell it. One of my mates bought it and he did loads of work on it, and then he ended up selling it on. I was hoping he were going to keep it because then I could have kept in touch with the car, so to speak, but he ended up selling it on himself. So I always regret selling my Calibra. I really regret it. And I thought to myself, you know, if I sell my Vectra 2 or 3 years from now, am I really going to regret selling it? And I thought to myself, well, it's a black saloon GSi, you know, the 2.5 V6. It sounds amazing. It's so comfortable as well. It's got the proper Recaro seats and they're so comfy. And it always was a lovely car to drive. But the reason it came off the road is that it started needing some bits doing to it. And I were really honestly skint at the time. I were really short on money at the time. And it just got shelved. It just got parked up and just forgotten about. But now I'm in a position where money's not the problem. I've got the money to be able to put into it to get it sorted, but time is still of a premium. So I'm kind of now in this limbo where I don't want to sell it. My other half don't want me to sell it. But realistically, have I got the time to sort it? Well, I'm going to try. I am going to try. That's what I'm going to try and do, guys. Now, amazingly, one of the reasons that I didn't get it back on the road 4 years ago when I bought my Astra twin top is it had a power steering leak. Power steering fluid was just not staying in the car and it was dripping from under the car. You could see where it was dripping. And if you look back on one of our previous videos, you'll see where I videoed it with the power steering fluid dripping from under the car. That's cured itself. I don't know how, but I had the engine running for a good maybe half an hour, 40 minutes the other week, because the power steering pump were making this horrendous noise, this horrendous squeaking, and you took the lid off the power steering reservoir, and the power steering fluid inside were all frothy, like it was just getting aerated, just full of bubbles. So I thought, well, that's obviously not good. And the level still kept dropping. But the more I kept it running, the quieter the pump got, and I kept topping the fluid up, just kept topping it up just to keep the level up. Since then, the noise from the power steering pump has stopped. I can turn the steering lock to lock without any horrible whines, any horrible kind of noise, because it was making a horrible noise, almost as if there were no fluid in the power steering pump or the rack or something. It was horrible, the noise it was making. That's cured itself. It's not doing it. And the fluid itself looks perfect now. I topped it up the other day. I've just, before doing this video, been and checked the power steering fluid, and the level hasn't dropped at all. Now what I'm doing today, I'm going to go and start it up, and I'm going to move it, because I want to put it where the twin top currently is, because now I've decided that I'm kind of not going to sell it anytime soon. I'm going to move it back into a position that's a little bit more convenient. Because one thing that happened when I was moving the twin top, I noticed that both front suspension springs have decided to snap. So when I'm trying to get the twin top sorted to get an MOT on it, I've got that. And it's funny because there were a couple of nights when I were in bed, and I heard this almighty like bang outside, and I jumped up out of bed, I opened the window, I looked out, and I couldn't see anything. I was expecting there being kids messing about or something, or somebody drunk walking past making a load of row. There were nobody around. There were nobody inside, and it were a complete mystery what this bang was. And as I say, it happened twice. So thinking back now, I reckon that bang was the spring snapping, and then the other bang was the other spring snapping. So anyway, I've gone and got a couple of second-hand front legs, complete built-up legs, so I don't have to mess about with spring compressors and breaking them down and splitting them up. I can just unclip, unbolt, and just put the new legs straight onto the car. They've come off for a twin top of the same kind of age, the same model and spec, the exclusive, with the big wheels and the body kit. So they should be an exact spec equivalent. Once that's done, I can finally get the Astra in for an MOT, and then I can finally get it sold. I just want to get it sold. I just want to get it off the driveway, out of my sight, and just get it gone. But obviously trying to sell it without an MOT is so much more difficult than selling it with an MOT. So I'm going to try and get that done today. That is today's mission, is to swap the cars around and try and fit the new front legs. So that is the whole point of this video, as well as talking about the Vectra and everything else. Now, the other thing I'm getting in the post today from Amazon is a new soldering iron, because one of the things that's delayed me in getting the engine loom on the Mark 1 Cavalier sorted is the fact that my soldering iron is just playing up, and it's just not getting up to temperature. It's just not getting hot enough to be able to use for soldering. So I've done most of the engine loom repairs, but I've got more to do. So anyway, yeah, I'm actually going to leave this video here, and I'm going to upload this video as it is, as like a project update video. So that's what this video is. It's a project update video, let you know what I'm doing and what I'm on with. So there you go. So I don't need to say any more. I'm going to leave it there for now then, guys. So thanks a lot for watching. Do stick around. There will be more videos coming on the Vectra. I'm going to be doing a video on doing the front legs on the Astra. And I want to get the Mark 1 finally done and finished and running right. And hopefully once I've repaired the engine loom, hopefully the repaired engine loom is all it needs to get it running right. If not, then at least I've eliminated the engine loom. So from that, we explore other things. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching, guys, and I shall see you next time. Laters.